So this is our module one, understanding CV and job hiring today. We're going to be talking about what is a CV, what does CV entail, what happens when it comes to job hiring. Whatever question you have, I'm going to try my best to answer those questions. And if I don't, please do well to reach out to me to ask me any question you want to. Let's dive into it. Our mission here is to get you from clueless to hired. The 2026 CV and cover letter system. We are going to tell you the modern way of writing your CVs. The ancient way you have been doing things, we are going to correct that in this course. This course will teach you how to create an ATS friendly CV, avoid common CV mistakes, apply with confidence, get invited for interviews. If you are thinking that you don't have experience, you don't have job experience, you've not worked anywhere before, you've just been at home since after your service year, or you just finished service, nothing, don't worry. We got you covered. We are here to help you. So let's continue. What a CV really is. When you hear CV, what comes to mind? A CV is a marketing document that shows what you can do, not your family history. That shows what you have done, not your personal marital status. Why you are a good fit. Your CV, it's only there to help you get to the interview stage. It's just like first impression matters. That is what your CV is for. So you have to learn how to package it properly to ensure that whoever sees it doesn't toss it to the side, doesn't ignore it. We have to make it as appealing, as as comprehensive yet brief and straightforward enough for the recruiter to properly understand. Let's go. What a CV is not. Don't make recruiters look like this lady in this picture. Don't frustrate recruiters with your CV. Don't go and be putting your entire family history in your CV. That is not a CV. Or a list of every job that you have done, whether it's related to what you are currently applying for or not. You put everything there. No, that's not what a CV is. Or a design competition, you receive CV that is red color, that has green fonts, that you'll be seeing different things. It's just very funny. So a CV, if you ask me, a CV is supposed to be in black and white. We're not employing for a graphic designer. Maybe that one, the CV can be different. But for normal professional setting, normal professional work, a CV should be as simple as possible, preferably black and white. A CV is not a copy and paste document for all jobs. Different job roles require different CV. They have to be unique for the different roles you're applying for. A CV should be simple, clear, and relevant. I said earlier that recruiters scan CVs in seconds. Less than a minute, they are done. So how do they do that in less than a minute? They're not checking the entire CV. They're just looking for some kind of key points to just say, okay, this person aligns, this person does not align. They check the job title. Does it align with what I posted? Does it align with the advert I created? Key skills, they check for the key skills for that role. For instance, you're employed for an accounting role. Do you have analytical skills? Do you have critical thinking skills? Do you have problem solving skills? So these are do you have patience? Do you have attention to detail skills? Do you have these skills put in place? They're checking your experience. Do your experience align with the accounting? Is it relevant to for an accounting role? Not that you will have sales representative CV or experience, you don't align it to the accounting role that you're applying for, and then you just apply expecting that they're going to call you as how now. So whatever experience you have and you want to apply for a particular job, you align your experience to that role. And they also check if your CV is clear and structured. Does the font align? Now you use Cadbury here, you use New Romance here, you just be using different font sizes. That will make your CV scattered. For instance, another structure they check, if you have experience, you have some level of experience, some years of experience, your CV should be like your summary, your skills, your experience before you now start seeing your educational background. But then if you don't have experience, you can put your education in front. After you're professional, so you can put your education in front and before you now start putting the few experiences that you have. You get, so structure your CV accordingly. If they don't see it fast, if they don't see what they're looking for fast, they move it aside, they move on. Charo, you have been saying ATS, ATS, ATS since. Christiana, what is ATS? What does ATS mean? You might be wondering how big companies actually sort out thousands of CVs. Because these recruiters, some small companies, they can sort out 100 and look at it in a day and then they move on. But when it comes to thousands of CVs, how do big companies sort this kind of CVs? They use something called the ATS, which means the application tracking system. Because if you use your ordinary human eyes to sort that large number of CVs, see that blue cut glasses that you think that is protecting your eyes from the blue light coming from the system. It will not work. It will not work. The blue light will penetrate. Okay, that is just by this side. Now, ATS is an applicant tracking system. It's a software that helps to scan CVs. And these softwares they have been programmed by human beings. And the programming, some of the things that in that programming is keywords. The major thing is keywords. Does this CV have this? Is it aligned like this? Does it align with this particular role? That is what they use to sieve and filter out your CV. If it helps to scan CVs, the filters candidates that do not align. The ones that they posted for accounting and then customer service put CV without aligning the CV properly, that CV will not fly. It ranks application based on maybe level of experience, years of experience, skills. So if the applicant tracking system does not recognize your CV, human eyes will not see it. For instance, they check the CV, maybe 10,000 CVs, and then they're able to bring out 100. The human eyes will not check and see. Maybe they just need like 4 candidates for that role. The human eyes will now check and just see which of them aligns better with us. They can check, or they further filter to about 50 or 20, the one they can use their eyes to just easily look at, and then they call. But if your CV does not align, does not work with the ATS, then human eyes will never see your CV. So this CV writing thing is a strategic thing. I wrote my CV blindly for a very long time. But then now I know. That's what I'm coming to tell you so you can know. Because this year, 2026, we are getting our dream jobs. Okay, let's move on. Common mistake that young applicants make. Me self, the mistake I made when I was applying for jobs earlier in my career. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. But that is why I'm here, so that the mistake I made, you will not make it. We will learn every day. It's not feel that you know this test too much. Even me, I'm still learning. There are better ways to do it, and we'll keep learning. And when I keep learning, I'll still come to tell you guys what I have learned. Using fancy design is one major mistake that applicants make. We don't need your design for anything. You're not applying for a graphic designing role. Maybe that one they can excuse it. Preferably, preferably, black and white is fine for a CV. Time New Roman font is fine for a CV. Font size 11 is fine for a CV. Not making your CV look very shabby. Using long paragraph. They said professional summary. Your professional summary is almost a page. Hazards, how now? When it now covers the page, that's the first thing that they are seeing. They'll not turn before they will thought they are already giving up. So make it as brief, as clear as possible. No clear job description. What you are applying for, we don't know. Maybe they've put out different adverts, and then you don't even specify what you have applied for. What do you want to stress? They don't have time for these things. Listing duties instead of results. Now, results matters in this day and age. Nobody cares about what you've done again. They want to see what results have you brought. Because sometimes we work and work and work and work and work. If the company does not see results, it's like you've not done anything. And then when you go for these strategy meetings and you don't have results to show for all your work that they're paying you for, it's as if you have been doing nothing. So, in as much as you are working, always write down what you are achieving. Write your results down so that whenever it's time, you'll be able to put in those things in your CV. So learn to write as you are achieving results. Right, it will help you. Either when you want to negotiate for salary, when you want to apply for another job, it will help you. There's something that Ifedayo said in one of our videos I watched of having a bragging note. If you achieve something a week or a day, you write it down. All these things will help in the long run. You have something very clear to put in your CV. So result matters instead of listing duties up and down. That gives you a better chance of getting a job. So sending the same CV to everywhere. No. For instance, myself, I'm an HR practitioner. I started with payroll. I've done managing. I've been an HR manager. So all these things, if for instance I want to apply for a generalist role, the CV is going to be tilted to generalist um role. If I'm applying for a payroll, a different CV. If I'm applying for a managerial role, a different CV. So different job roles calls for you to prepare different CV to align with that job role. So sending the same CV everywhere, you are reducing your chances of getting that job. These mistakes cost you your interview. So you might be so good at the job, you might be competent, you might be reliable, but if you're unable to follow these strategies, you will risk your chance of getting the opportunity for people to hear what you have to offer. So you have to follow the strategy, just like social media. You might be posting valuable content, but if you are not strategizing your content to what social media accepts, you might be risking your chance of more people seeing your content. Now, the 5 things every CV must have in all you're doing, in all your writings, in all your CV formatting, whatever it is, your CV must have these 5 things. Clear job title. What role are you applying for? Accountant stated there. Customer service representative stated there. Executive assistant stated there. So it must have a clear job title. Strong professional summary, not one page. Summary is not a page. Summary is about 4-5 lines. And that is enough for you to tell us summary about what you have to offer. Relevant skills. There are skills that are relevant for different positions. For instance, I'm applying for a position of a customer service representative. You have to have a clear communication skill. You're applying for an accounting role. You have to have a good analytical skill, attention to details. You're applying for human resource role. You have to have good people skills, employee engagement. These skills usually have these keywords that actually make your CV to be accepted by the ATS or not. So any opportunity you have to put those keywords that relate to that job role, put it there. ATS friendly formats. There are formats for ATS: simple, clear, precise. Keywords, relevant role. The things should just be clear when it comes to ATS friendly activities. When I see someone's CV that has just a page, ATS will accept it. Yours that have 15 pages is too much. Yours that has been to about 3 to 4 pages, ATS will not accept it because that person that has one page was strategic about writing that CV. No excuses. Every CV needs all this. No excuses. Whatever you are doing, ensure your CV have these things. I hope everybody is with me. I hope you are with me. Please listen. If you have to go back to watch this video again, go back to watch it because you have to be prepared. You have to know the right things to do before you start writing your CV. So, what recruiters actually look for in your CV? Be asking me, what do they look for? What do I need to? I've said it indirectly in this video 150 million times. But however, let's look at it here. Recruiters want to know, can you do the job? Can you do the job? That's what they want to know. So your skills will help them know if you can do the job or not. Can you learn quickly? It's not the one that you be forming that you know everything when you don't even know shit in your head. I'm sorry for using that word. But can you learn quickly? Do you fit the role? So these are the things that they are that they are checking in your CV. So they will use your skills, your relevant work experience, your educational background to check if you are a good fit for this role and if you're also a good fit for their company. Because different companies, they have their core values, they have their mission, they have their vision. So do your skills and your attitude align? Okay, attitude will come up in the interview, but your skills, your work experience, your educational background, does it align with where the company is going? Your CV should answer these questions in seconds. We don't have to look for it before we see that you are aligned or not. We've come to the end of module one. Students say, oh yeah. We've come to the end and I'm excited. And I just hope that you understood everything that I have spoken in these few minutes. We talked about what CV really is, how recruiters think, why CVs get rejected. These are the things that we've spoken about in summary today and in this model. Now, for our next model, we'll be creating a CV from scratch, even with no experience. That is where it gets really interesting. So even if you don't have experience, we are going to create a CV from scratch. So let's do this together. So if you have to rewatch this video again, rewatch it and listen and get the key points. Because there's one thing is about getting something done. Another thing is preparing to get that thing done. When you prepare to get something done, you will do better than someone that just goes and do that thing. To understand from the beginning, understand model one wholly. This 2026, we are getting our dream job, all of us. All of us are getting our dream job. So thank you so much So thank you so much for participating actively in this first module, and I will see you in module 2. Ensure you get your paper and biro for this module because it's going to be packed with a lot of secrets that you don't know yet. I'm going to reveal to you. So see you in module 2. Bye.